broken here. Today, we're gonna fix that. Can we light the 1,440 square foot shop for $300? We're gonna find out. You're gonna have to bear with me in the beginning of the video because the lighting's not so great because we're installing lights. I think it worked. This is the after shot. Stick around to see how $300 worth of Amazon Barina lights works out of the brand new Lost Cause Ranch shop. So we're gonna install 19 total 8-foot Barina lights. Each of those has 9,000 lumens, 15 for the main part of the shop, 4 for the fabrication area underneath the mezzanine. And if you work out the square footage coverage for the mezzanine and the main shop, we are just shy of 1,700 square feet. And with 171,000 total lumens, that works out to about 100 lumens per square foot, which is double what the industry says for a workspace. More is better. Now, like everyone, I wish I could afford $10,000 worth of Cree lighting to go in the shop, but I can't. So we're gonna give these budget Amazon Barina lights a shot. I have had the 4-foot version in the little garage for a little under 6 years now. No issues. So we're gonna give it a shot in the big shop. Roughly right now, depending on the quantity you buy, each of these 8-foot fixtures is $19 to $22. I'll throw some links down below to some different options if you so choose to give them a shot yourself. Like I said, good luck in the little garage. I even have them in my bedroom. Suppose we can get going. All right, let's open these guys up and see what we are working with. These are quite a bit longer than the ones in the little garage. I reckon about twice as long, being these are 8 feet and the other ones are 4. Our little brackets, some more cardboard. Sasha, what do you think? You here to check out the new lights, make sure everything's going good? Here is a few of the lights laid out. Rest of the bundle piled up there. Sasha napping there. All right, with these Barina lights, there is a few different options to connect them, hook them up to power and whatnot. So we got longer, close to 4-foot jumper cables. You can see on the temporary lights, I got some of those, and those just link each light together. There's also shorter 6-inch ones available, and then these guys that slide into the end so you can just butt 2 of them directly together. And on the trusses for the ceiling, this is what we're gonna use. We're gonna have 3 of them on each of the bottom trusses butted together, which will make 15 of the 8-foot lights on the main part of the shop. We'll have a few under the mezzanine. And to hook the lights up to the power itself, there is a couple different options, and you can buy different kits with different options. These 2 here are for hardwiring the lights in. This is like a little 6-inch one. This is probably 2 feet. But in our application, we are going to use this guy here. This is a 110 plug-in. Has a little rocker switch. We're just gonna keep those on. When I was wiring the shop up, I went ahead and put an outlet on each truss. So we're gonna plug that guy into there, and those outlets are controlled by these switches right by the door. Pretty convenient. Light switch by the door, who would have thought? We're pretty innovative here at the Lost Cause Ranch. As you can see, you get quite a bundle of stuff with the lights, including a pretty generic instruction manual. In here, it just says don't link more than 4 of the lights together in one single run, which we will be fine because we're doing 3 on each outlet. The mounting end of these is pretty simple. We just have these little metal clips, and then you just have a single screw to mount those guys. This is probably the only thing I really don't like about the kit. The screws are kind of easy to strip out the head, but not the end of the world. If you really wanted to, you can just use a better screw. So after you get these mounted up to the ceiling, they just snap into the extruded aluminum part of the light, and that is what holds it on. When I installed the little ones in the garage 6 years ago, these kind of worried me because it doesn't seem very stout, but haven't had an issue there, and the lights themselves are super light. Being we're 16 feet in the air and we'll have cars under them, I may run a cable tie around just as a extra security, but I don't know if it's necessary. Little peace of mind overkill never hurts. There isn't a massive amount of weight to hold up on each light. We're just under 1.5 pounds. All right, so we're gonna get rocking and rolling. I'm gonna start on this end. It's gonna feel kind of sketchy because I'm scared of heights, and I'm just gonna run a ladder up 16 feet in the air. Not real excited about that, but when we get to those later in the video, we will do those on the mezzanine, and I will give you a more detailed look at how we're installing these guys. So here is our installation setup. We have a tire down there to give me a false sense of security that the ladder won't kick out since I'm here by myself today. I mean, I guess if I fall, it's Sasha's job to catch me. But we are gonna be 16 feet up. I'm super excited about that. I'm gonna do what I do best and walk around to see where I set tools down. That's what I do half my life. I usually put them down in the dumbest spot imaginable. I just had them too. Got them. All right, let's see if we did something right. Yay! All right, it's gonna get dark in here for a bit. Hey, we are 20% done. A little better light on the situation. Still dark back there. All right, we're on a little more solid ground, which is nice. Still not quite tall enough. There we go. Nice. So the outside tin is very dark, it's sunny out, and I'm up at the top. It's kind of hot. But the next three, I'll show you how I'm mounting these, and this will go quite a bit quicker than those ones did, because I don't need a ladder. Satisfying. So I went ahead and laid out all my marks. This last one is the end of the light, just so all of them end up even. And then the next ones are where our little brackets are gonna go. It's fairly simple. Single screw, just center them up on that line. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we'll make it as close as possible. Because the light can infinitely move on these. It's the entire channel. Slide them over, snap them in. Now I'm just pre-drilling all my holes, so it's a little bit easier to screw them in. Can't have any sawdust on them. That easy. So these things are pretty simple to install, and I'm really a big fan of the single strip on the bottom of each truss because I am not finishing out the ceiling. It's just gonna get spray foamed and left open. So instead of having something hang down like the halo lights, I was gonna do some hyper lights, but decided this would look a tiny bit cleaner. Make sure I don't step off the edge here. Wish I was a little bit taller. Wish I was a baller. Well, it's kind of hard to see because we don't have all the lights installed yet. Doing a light install video is kind of interesting to deal with in respects to camera lighting because you're installing the lights that you need to shoot the video. So the majority of the video is in the dark. So bear with me. It'll be bright at the end, and every video from here on out will look good again. And every video from here on out will probably have Sasha just laying around too. Getting a little lazy. But either way, we have our 3 easy lights installed. We got 6 more to go. 2, 2, and 2. Probably gonna have to jockey some stuff around down there to be able to get the ladder in position. These were quick. Those are gonna take a little bit of time. But good for you is I'll just speed it up and hammer through it on the video and not waste your day. Just wasting mine. Story of my life. So now that the main shop is all lit up and looking good, we have to attend to our little area back here. Those of you who haven't been following along, this is a little fabrication area built out under what is going to be the office and the bathroom. Starting to move some of the stuff in. We got tube benders, CNC laser, lathe will sit up there, got our little mill, welders back there. Just moved the Big Boss air compressor in. But it's a fabrication area, so you obviously want to be able to see what you're doing. So I went ahead and wired up a single outlet switch circuit right there. And we put up 4 of the 8-footers. Same ones as up there. Let's see how this turned out. Wow. That's good. Very good. Look at how bright it is back here. That'll do. We did manage to have 1 casualty during this little ordeal. That guy took a 16-foot tumble to the concrete. I am curious though. Does it still work? Like I said earlier, these are pretty lightweight. Can they handle a 16-foot fall? I'm robbing power from the mezzanine lights, mainly because I'm lazy and this is the easiest one to reach. Amazing. So you can see that is the one that is broken, cosmetically broken. Not bad for a $20 light. I'm gonna have to go ahead and say that this was a successful job. That is right, we have $300 worth of Amazon Barina lights lighting up our 1,440 square foot shop. 14, is that what it is? 30 by 48? Yes, 1,440 square foot shop, 15 of them. One of my concerns with these going in was they are not considered a high bay light, and we do have 16-foot ceilings, but just look at that. We have great coverage down below, as well as good coverage up here on the mezzanine without being blindingly bright like a high bay if you were this close to one. But I am impressed with the fullness of the light output. Look at underneath the Defender there. There is hardly any shadow. Take a peek at all the random stuff I have laying around the shop and look at the light coverage underneath. These are spread out roughly 8 feet apart, and I am very pleased with the consistency and evenness of the light output throughout the shop. Like I said before, I have had the 4-foot version in the little garage for 6-ish years now and haven't had an issue with those. But these are cheap lights, so I'm gonna keep a couple on hand in case one of them decides to go on the fritz. But at the end of the day, at $20-ish a light, having a spare isn't too much of a pain. This is very exciting because the shop is now coming together. It's going to be a great workspace. I'll be able to see all my screw ups. That's the unfortunate thing of having some bright light. I guess you could consider that a good thing though. Makes your work better. With that being said, appreciate you guys watching me throw a little light at the new Land Rover shop here at the ranch. Appreciate you subscribing. If this video was useful to you, throw us a like, it always helps. And we will catch you on the next one, using our bright new shop, and I'll throw all the links to the lights down below. Have a good night.